Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. My favorite makeup today is actually my Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in the shade Smoky Storm. It's still on my eyes. Ignore that, that's mascara. It's still on my eyes after a full day of work. So this is my makeup essentially as it has been destroyed after being outdoors, doing outdoor theater, in some inclement weather, as well as there's buckets of water being thrown at my face as part of the show. So like I've already taken my lipstick off because I had dinner, but everything else, this is just the remnants of my stage makeup. So my mascara has melted and fused to the top of my eyes, but my glitter eyeshadow is still doing great. And now onto the video. And if you couldn't tell, today's video is going to be about makeup remover. So I am using 4 different kinds of makeup removing wipes today. I'm going to use one on either side of my face with this current face of makeup, what remains of it. And then I will also show you additional footage of another face full of makeup that I will take off as well. So the first one we're going to look at is this. This is from Sephora. These are the Sephora Pomegranate cleansing wipes. I think these are $7.99 for a pack of 25. These are for face and eye. These are energizing and refreshing. They also smell nice. I picked these mostly because you know, they feel very nice on the skin. They don't have the exfoliating side. So there are some Sephora wipes that have exfoliators on one side and it's very scratchy, at least on my skin, so I do not care for it. But basically this is so you can wash your face without having any water, and it's supposed to be able to take off all kinds of makeup. So we're gonna do that on one side of the face. And on the other side of the face, we're going to use these. These are the Burt's Bees Micellar Cleansing Towelettes with white cypress oil. They are 3-in-1. They remove makeup, they cleanse, and they hydrate. These are for all skin types. There are 30 in this one. And I'm pretty sure this cost in the $7 to $8 range as well. They were pretty comparable in price. So these are supposed to be able to take all this stuff off, a day's worth of makeup it says, you're gonna look clean and healthy, blah, 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 blah. This says that there's no animal testing on this, but I'm not entirely sure if these are cruelty-free, but at least there's no animal testing. The Sephora brand does sell in China, so therefore they do have to test on animals. So first we're gonna start with the Sephora on this side. So one thing I really like about these wipes is there's a little plastic flap here, so when you pull the wipes out, you can just snap that shut. You don't have to worry about a sticker that will eventually lose its stickiness. And so these smell kind of fruity because they are pomegranate, and so this is what the size of the cloth looks like. And we're just gonna take that all on this side of my face. And usually when I use a cloth towel like this, I try to get the outside of my face first and then work my way in. Because when I flip it over, I'll start on the outside again and see if I can deal with all of it. And so you can see I'm definitely getting some grossness on this towel. Now the one thing that's not really going to come off completely is the mascara, because I use Blink mascara, which is a tubing mascara, and the only way to remove that is to do it with warm water over the sink. So I will do that separately once I've taken off the rest of this makeup. And now I'm going to go in on the eye. The hardest part for me is getting this eye makeup off. I find that my Kat Von D tattoo liner stays on really, really well, and I usually have some of it on the next day as well, no matter what I do about it. And so now I've taken off pretty much most of the makeup on this side of the face, and this is what the cloth looks like at this point. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use this cleaner side and just do one more once over on this side of the face. And I didn't get too much more on this side. It's pretty much mostly just over here. So the majority of my makeup has come off, and most of the eyeliner has come off as well. The rest of it should come off after I use my moisturizer, which I use before I go to bed. So that's one cloth. I only had to use one to do half of my face. Generally, I only need one to do the whole face, but there's still going to be some residual makeup around my eyes. And now we're going to do the other side with the Burt's Bees. This has a sticker and a little hole in the center. If anyone has seen one of my other videos the other day, I was talking about these. These smell awful. I hate the way these smell. There is something in these that smells like a diaper. It's some sort of like weird lanolin-y. There's no lanolin in this, so I don't know what it is. It's probably just the white cypress oil, but oh, it's gross. Anyway, this is how big the wipe is. It's pretty much the same size, I think, as the Sephora. It's pretty much the same size as the Sephora. The Sephora is a little wider, but the Burt's Bees is a little longer, so it kind of evens itself out. This one's a little bit thicker. It sort of feels like a wet paper towel, like a sturdy one. This is also supposed to be enough to wash your face. You don't have to do anything else. I mean, but I do. It's just how I like to do my own personal skin regime. I also don't like these wipes because they're basically flaking the makeup down to my face. My Stila Glitter and Glow with the Sephora side took the glitter off. on the Burt's Bees side, it has now rubbed it into my eyebrows. So that's super fun. This is what this side of the cloth looks like. I'm gonna use the other side now to see if I can get some of that extra crap off of my face. And this is what the other side looks like. So here's what we're dealing with the Burt's Bees. Frankly, the Burt's Bees is a thicker, sturdier feeling cloth. However, I like the way the Sephora one feels a lot better. It's a lot softer. And the Burt's Bees smeared my glitter eyeshadow all over my face. Now there is glitter on my face. I would have to wash my face again no matter what. Also, the smell on these is gross. So I generally need more than one of these in order to do my entire face, where I can get my whole face with a Sephora. So out of these two cloths, I would definitely go with the Sephora. And now we're going to do round 2 of the makeup wipes. So the second round is going to be the Wet n Wild Under the Sheets makeup remover towelettes. These are about $3.19 is what I paid for them according to this price tag, but usually you can find these like $2.99, that sort of thing. And there is 25 in this. These are cruelty free. They're supposed to be formulated for sensitive skin, and they are hypoallergenic. Also, these are supposed to be the equivalent of washing your face. You don't have to do anything else afterward. So we're going to do that on one side, and then on the other side, we're going to be using My Simple Sensitive Skin Experts Cleansing Facial Wipes. These are supposed to be able to remove waterproof mascara. They're kind to skin, and you can use them essentially as a substitute for washing your face as well. One thing to note, these are specifically cruelty-free. These are owned by Unilever, so I doubt it. I'm going to start with the Wet n Wilds. These have a sticker on the front of them, so you pull that back, and then you'll be able to pull out the hole here. This is the size of the wipe. It's pretty comparable to the other ones. This one has more of like a soapy texture to it, like it feels like it has soap on it. So we're gonna do this side of the face with the Wet n Wild. Now, I'm not using exactly the same makeup as the previous one, but I find that like their performance based on my makeup is pretty much the same. The big difference is I'm not using the liquid glitter eyeshadow on this look today, but I am using a very glittery eyeshadow that I also tends to get stuck in the corner of my eyes forever. So that's, I think, most of the foundation, and now we're gonna go in for the eye. I am wearing mascara, but not a ton of it. And so this one you can really tell that I did get the eyeliner off the top of my eye, but it's all migrated below my eye instead. So I will have perpetual eyeliner in the morning, and I don't want to rub any harder because I know if I do, I will start actually pulling my eyelashes out. And this is what the one side of the Wet n Wild looks like. The thing with these is these are not as sturdy, so they start to pull apart like this, whereas the other ones tend to maintain their shape a little better. These are definitely the cheapest. They don't sting necessarily, but there's sort of like a brightness to my face, like I can feel it on my skin. It's not like a burning sensation, but it's not like a normal sensation either. So I don't dislike these makeup wipes. I would totally use them in a pinch. They're just not my favorite. Now we're going to use the Simple Makeup Cleansing Wipes. These have sort of like a nubby texture. These are a little bit bigger, I would say, than the other ones. They don't really have much of a smell to them. There is some sort of scent, but it's going to sound dumb. They smell sort of green, is all I can really say. I don't find a difference really with the nubby side versus the non-nubby side, but I do feel that these have a lot of liquid in them, and I feel like I'm making progress pretty quickly. And so that's what it's looking like just taking off the makeup. Now we're gonna go in for the eye makeup. So on the simple side, I definitely got the eyeliner off the top. There is still eyeshadow underneath, but I can't really get any more of that off either. However, with close inspection on the Wet n Wild side, there's definitely more makeup still attached under my eye, so not so good. This is what the simple cloth looks like at the end. So I still have some access to this. I could definitely do more cleansing. There's definitely more room. Also, this is not pulling apart on itself, so it seems to be much sturdier than the Wet n Wild. Also, as a size comparison, the Simple's on the back, that one is definitely the biggest. I do understand that makeup wipes are not necessarily the most environmentally friendly. The reason I use them is because a lot of times I don't have access to running water when I need to remove my makeup. And so for that, I do like to have these with me on hand. When I'm home, obviously, I use a cleanser. I don't use these, but I wanted to show you the differences between them. Frankly, for my money, I would actually say that the Simple ones are the best. They are the sturdiest. They also are the biggest. You get a lot of them in a package. You can usually get them on sale, and they do take the majority of my makeup off. They're not amazing at taking off my eye makeup, there's always going to be some left over, but frankly, that happens with all 4 of these. There's no difference in that. The Burt's Bees is a very sturdy cloth, but the smell of this alone automatically disqualifies it for me. I just can't stand it. The difference between the Sephora wipes and the Wet n Wild is basically the Wet n Wild like sort of pulls a little bit easier, but otherwise there's no real noticeable difference. They don't smell all that different and they don't perform that different either. I would say that I slightly prefer the Sephora ones, but honestly either one would be fine in a pinch. So as it stands, the simple wipes are the best for me. Sephora and Wet n Wild are pretty much tied, and the Burt's Bees Micellar 3-in-1 are the bottom for sure. They're not a bad makeup wipe, but they smell awful, and I just can't use them, so they're not for me. I am using them for this video. I've been using them to clean my hands, but I don't like them in my face at all. I can't stand the smell of it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the content on this channel. If so, please subscribe. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Bye!